Hello, I'm back. Thank you for waiting patiently, everyone. I want to really enjoy this, so thank you for your patience. I'm gonna adjust Bricky again. There we go. Okay, are we ready? I was also... The Tyranids got me thinking about eating, so now I'm eating. So, let's start this from the beginning.
Orcs.
Go. Oh, orcs. Let me back it up. We'll get all the good stuff. We are ready? We are ready, everyone. Let's do it.
They're cool. But are they as cool as the orcs?
Every screen's gone red! That means I'm super fast!
Orcs.
Orcs.
I love orcs. So, yes, the green monsters, the green tide, the green skins. These orcs, they are in fact a race in 40k. The orcs are as exactly what you expect them. They have archaic weapons, they're big boys, they have axes, and they have got big old teeth, and they want to kill everything, and there are so many of them.
Yes.
The only reason they haven't taken over the entire galaxy is they can't stop murdering each other. Orcs are so cool. Orcs don't have philosophy. Orcs don't have existential crisis. What matters is who's the biggest orc. You listen to that guy because he the biggest orc. He big orc. Big orc knows best. You win through the power of imagination.
Big orc know best. Big orc. Love me shoots, love me chopper, love me Oshi. Wah! They're really cool.
Of all the races I have battled throughout the galaxy, the orc is the hardest to comprehend. They wage war with machines that should not work, care little for strategic gains, and are just as likely to slaughter each other as the enemy. How does one battle an enemy that defies all logic? As an orc, you're enjoying life. You're enjoying the life you're given. Your whole life and job and purpose is to get up and beat each other to death because you can. The biggest orc is the man who understands everything. He is the boss. And orcs have...
This is the happiest race in 40k. Convince me otherwise. You could argue the Tyranids are pretty happy too, but these guys are pretty happy. My Y is a 2 out of 10. Well, I don't want to be too loud. I could go louder, but I'm not an orc, A, and B, I don't want to get too loud into the mic. You guys could be listening to this with your headphones on. Anyways, we'll get back to orcs. Orcs.
have this really weird, like, big, dumb, stereotype British accent, which is just hilarious to me.
It's called Cockney.
Those are orcs. You fight. You like to fight. Your whole purpose is to fight. You wage war because you want to wage war. You got your boss over there, and you better listen to the boss, because if you don't listen to the boss will squish you and make an example for the other orcs. And then you can't fight because orc dead. And orc dead can't fight because orc dead. Orcs.
Yes.
They scrap together machines out of parts that don't make any sense, and because they believe, they have the mental imagination that machine will run, it'll run. If that machine's out of gas, you're driving that machine with your fellow orcs, and the biggest orc is behind the wheel, and you run out of gas, some orc behind you is like, oh, Zog, we're out of gas. And the big orc is like, no, we're not. I filled the fucking gas tank up earlier. And all the other orcs are like, oh, yeah, you did do that.
You did.
And then you turn the fucking mech back on, and it works again. Does it have gas? Probably not, but it works. The power of imagination.
Yes.
They paint things red because it makes them think they goes faster. They paint things purple
It's true.
because it's the sneakiest color.
Why do you think I wear purple? Ooh. Orc dead is sad orc. Yes.
You want to know why? You ever seen a purple orc? Didn't fucking think so. Orcs are also like ancient as hell. They're back in the Eldari time frame. But back then they were called Krorks, and they were much larger and scarier and far more intelligent. Now they're just orcs, and they're big, dumb, and they smack things. But they're pretty spooky. They're not very well armored, but they hit really hard, and it's called the Green Tide because there are so many orcs. There are about as many orcs as there are Tyranids. Maybe more. Who knows? But they keep on, murdering each other, so it's not too bad of an issue. Orcs are entirely comic relief. Their stuff is slapped together.
Spice
it
Parade.
makes no sense. Their vehicles don't work the way they're supposed to, but they work because they think it works, because they imagine that it works. Orcs care only about who is the biggest orc, and they will follow the biggest orc. And then if they want to be the biggest orc, they'll challenge the biggest orc. And then when they go and they issue a wa is just war in orc, they murder everybody and everything in this giant tide of green orcs who are just excited to be hitting something. They don't care that they're hitting Eldar or the Imperium or Tau or anyone in between. They're just so they get to beat shit up. That's orcs. And on the tabletop, they are a total coin flip, and they're really fun. I have never met a salty orc player. I have never met someone who plays orcs and is ever just a bad guy or that guy. Orc players have this kind of fun to them because when you play them, you are completely submitting yourself to RNG. So here's the thing. Guardsmen,
Orcs
Imperial
sound
Guardsmen,
amazing.
when they shoot, they roll a dice, and on a 4 up, they'll hit their target. They have a 50% chance. Space Marines, pretty good. They hit on a 3 or higher because they're well trained. Adeptus Custodians, they hit on 2s.
My
they're
homies.
Super well trained. Orcs, they hit on a 5 or higher. But if they roll a 6, they get to make another shot with anything, from the dinkiest pistol to the biggest rocket launcher.
Yes,
It
yes,
doesn't
yes.
matter. Half of their stuff will blow up on a whim. One of their medics, if you roll a 1 to heal someone, you fuck up your surgery and you just kill an orc. They're so wacky and silly. But the thing is if you roll well, you roll high, and you keep rolling high, you are going to crush people. And if you don't, you lose. I mean, that's what you get when you play orcs. That's what happens when you play orc. It's a coin flip, which is why you can't be a salty bitch when you play orcs, because things won't go your way. It's just the roll of the dice. You're playing a dice game. But if you're going to have fun, and you want to be stupid, and you want to be silly, you're going to play some damn orcs.